Hello, hello. Welcome to Wigs Remastered. My name is Deb. I am your wig master. And we are going to finish up this wig we started quite some time ago. If you look in the videos, you'll see part one for the very bushy one, but we have curled her. I'm taking the curlers out now, and we're gonna see. So how's everybody going? I hope everything is going fine for you guys on this Sunday. I think I like going live on Sundays, simply because you know what you got prepared for this week, what's going on this week, and this gives me an opportunity to speak with you guys, and maybe I can help you get through the week. Maybe you got something coming up this week that's bothering you. Maybe it's an interview you may be a little nervous about. Maybe you got to go do something up at the school with the kids. But either way, I'm here. Okay, so now we have the rollers out. And like I said, this client that I'm styling restyling, remastering this particular unit for, she's in her 70s, She likes it simple and kind of old school, but with a little flair, and that's okay. So I'm just going to pick out the curls a little bit. My goal is to give it an afro look. And then once she get it on her, I can trim it up. I could trim it now, but I like to trim the unit on the person's head so that it can be fit to their particular face and not the face of this mannequin here. So let's tell some stories today. One of the first stories I like to tell is my first date. One of the reasons why I want to tell that story is because it was the first time I attempted to use a hot curler all on my own. Yeah. I thought it's a hair story, I thought I was feeling myself, There was a young man that was interested in me, and my mom was okay with us going out, so we was going to the local theater in my town and to see a Chinese flick. I think I might have been about 13 maybe. I might have been about 13. Anywho, I was in the bathroom. Yeah, I'm gonna say this was about 13 because I didn't start wearing wigs till I was like later on 13, getting ready to turn 14. But I was trying to be in the mirror and get myself all cute and everything, and lo and behold, I heard my mama coming, and I jumped because I knew I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. But I jumped, and the curling iron, let me see, it burnt right here. I don't know if you guys could see that. But you see this burn right here? I've had that since I was 13 years old. Trying to be fast, trying to be grown, and wasn't satisfied with the curls that my mom had gave me. So I called myself going in the bathroom and making them better. But when I heard her coming, reality kicked in. I was like, oh snap. And I dropped it out of fear. and burnt myself. And I couldn't even complain about it because I wasn't supposed to be using it. But the date ended up weird. It was weird. It was so weird because I had never seen nudity before in film. And there was a new thing. It was um a karate movie, and excuse me, martial arts. And the woman took her robe off to get into the hot tub. And I was like, oh my God, she's naked. I felt so uncomfortable with him sitting there next to me, and we both looking at this naked woman. I'm looking at him like, I hope you ain't getting no ideas. I mean, I didn't know this movie was gonna be like that. You may not have known either, but don't be looking over here grinning and carrying on. I ain't got nothing for you. I'm a good girl. We don't do that. I already got this burn on my neck. I really ain't trying to get no whooping. So you stay over there. You keep your hands to yourself. And I think his name was Timothy. I think his name was Timothy. He was a nice guy though. He was a nice guy. But as with all boys, they're interested in the girls just giving up the cookies. So I wasn't giving up no cookies. So that didn't last long. That didn't last long at all. But I guess, with it being my first date, it definitely gave me an idea as to what to expect, in a dating field. Because all I knew is don't come home pregnant. Don't give up your cookies. And all that other stuff. That's all I knew. But I didn't know, it was told to me, just say no. But I was never taught how to say no. How it's okay to say no and what to do if I'm saying no, but I'm feeling awkward with it, How do I say no and stand in my power with it? So I tried to make sure I covered that with my kids, It's a whole lot of fish in the sea. So, if one don't like your bait and how you flowing, get him off your rod, put some new bait on it, and cast it out again. You ain't got to be stuck spending the rest of your life jumping through hoops trying to make somebody happy, and that's not what they want for you. You want somebody with the same energy. If they're happy, they want you to be happy. That's what you want. But that first date of mine, that was a humdinger. Then shortly after that, my alopecia started kicking in. And that's when, I was always familiar with wigs because my grandma was a hairdresser, and back in the day, they wore those big, beautiful, fancy wigs with all those curls. So, I was pretty familiar with them. And we used to play in them. Like when my grandma had a salon down in her basement. And when she would, and I think she was a wig master too. Because if I'm not mistaken, all them wigs wasn't hers. People would drop them off and get them fixed up and cared for and whatnot. But me and my cousin, we would go down there and we would play in her wigs. And we would play Charlie's Angels and we'd be flipping them and whatnot. But it wasn't shortly after I hit the 7th grade that my hair started to fall out. I don't know if it was because of a jerry curl that I had got before that. That was like the last major style that I got before the alopecia kicked in. I don't know if it was from the chemicals, maybe my follicles got over processed, fried, or something. But either way, I was a seventh grader and my hair was coming out. And we tried all sorts of little things to try to cover it up. But it kept coming out to the point that I just eventually had to wear a full wig. And I used to, be very self-conscious because I want the wig to look natural. I mean, I'm just hitting puberty. Everybody's getting little boyfriends and little girlfriends, and I'm like, I'm never gonna have one. I went through a depression. I don't even know if my mom was aware of that. But I was very depressed. I was very ashamed, And that's when I felt the need to like really start proving myself, you know, like me type of thing. I really started trying to prove myself, and one day, and I thought I had friends. They were friends to me. I thought I had friends, and I did. Some better than others. And one day in school, um, somebody snatched my wig off. Now I'm in junior high school, the wonder years. And junior high school for us was 7th and 8th grade. And I'm in the 7th grade, and I'm in a band. I'm pretty outgoing, and I think my friends are cool with me. But this 8th grader thought it would be funny if she would snatch my wig off when the bell rang, so everybody could see what was underneath. And while some people found it funny, surprising to me, quite a few of the students didn't like it at all. It was on that day I realized just how many friends I had and who was my friends. And that was the day I almost got expelled from school too, because I chased her. Of course I had to. She had my hair, and I'm bumping through kids trying to, get to her and whatnot and get my wig back. And it was just a big thing. It was a big thing. And that is when my secret was out, That was when my secret was out. And I've always been very self-conscious. But then I learned as I got older, your insecurities are actually nothing more than ammunition that other people can use against you. When they know what you're insecure about, they try to take that and use it against you, and to manipulate you and to control you into shutting up and acting right and acting the way they want you to act and expecting what they want you to expect from them. So I had to embrace it. I had to learn how to embrace my baldness. And because I realized, okay, once everybody see I'm bald, yeah, it makes you stronger. You're right. Once it was out there and I was like, okay, I'm bald, y'all see I'm bald, and what? It don't change nothing about me. I'm still a good person. I'm still pretty. I'm still smart. I'm still talented and gifted. I still have a bright future ahead of me. So, I just started carrying myself like, okay, everybody knows. Just assuming everybody knows. Everybody knows. And stop letting it define me, so to speak. I did in high school. I fell in love, And I ended up marrying him. We had two beautiful children. He's deceased now, God rest his soul. But I remember the first time he saw me without my wig on, and I didn't even mean to show it to him. But he loved me regardless, you know. He loved me regardless. We weren't married yet, and I think I spent the night at his house or something. And I was in the shower, and he had to double back from work, and he was knocking on the door, and I just, you know, I'm in there, I'm woosine, I'm just getting myself together, and I just snatched the door open like, what? And I ain't have on wig to first, cause I took it off cause I didn't want to get wet, and he just stood there like, I'm sorry I disturbed you, and he pulled the door shut. And then when I turned around and looked at myself in the mirror, I was like, oh my goodness, girl, you ain't got no hair on. I was like, you talking about being scared to come out the bathroom? I was in that bathroom twice as long. And he was like, I need to talk to you before I leave back out. And I'm like, no, you don't. This is it. This is when he gonna realize he don't want me no more. This is it. This is it. You know, that man act like he ain't seen nothing. He never, and we was together for years. He never ever said anything to me about it. And then I was like, okay, well, I started spending the night with him. I said, well, let me bring my wig head over and see how he feels about that. Never said anything, gave me my own closet, and was like, that's your closet, you know, you put whatever you want in there. I won't be going in there. And I was like, okay. You know, what I was led to believe through my own insecurities was finally being proven wrong, and that was somebody was gonna love me, whether I had hair or not. And I can say that has helped me become the strong woman I am today. That and other situations, you know, because time will continue to test you as time goes by. This just to make sure you still strong in your spot and whatnot. And there we go. But yeah, like you said, it made me stronger. It made me stronger. And that love, that unconditional love, that I love you for you, not because of your hair. That love, I'm not ashamed of you. I'm proud that you my woman. That love is what helped me become a strong black woman. And I will always and forever be grateful to him for that. That and my two beautiful children. And a lot of people ask me, they said, well, do you think if he hadn't passed away, would y'all have still been married? I believe we would have. I believe we would have, because we were really good friends. Really good. I mean, we would sit up all night playing video games, Mario Brothers. And back then they didn't have a memory card situation going on, so we would be like, don't cut the game off, just cut the TV off. So when we get up, we could pick up where we left off, and then he'd go to work, and I'd be home with our daughter by then. We had a daughter, and he'd be like, don't touch it. Watch TV in the living room. Don't touch it till I get home. Sometime I would listen. Sometime I wouldn't. And I don't think it was so much that he was afraid I was going to mess up, but he knew I would get to another boy and he would want to see how I did it, you know? So when it was his turn, he'd already know what to do. So yeah, you never know what people going through, and I think that's why this particular aspect of my business is so important to me. Isn't that a nice little afro, curly afro wig? Because I know what it's like to have to wear a wig, not out of choice. Like now, back in my day when I had to wear them, it wasn't cool. It was frowned upon. Old ladies wore wigs. But now, child, everybody wearing wigs. Everybody is wearing these lace front wigs. All kinds of wigs, weaves, ponytails, lock extensions, toupees, man weaves, you name it. It's out there and people are wearing it. And I applaud them. They're feeling good about themselves. They've normalized wig wearing. It's not such a stigma attached to it anymore. I mean, I saw the kids going to prom, and almost every girl going to the prom had a wig on. It made me wonder what life would have been like for me growing up with it being such a norm. You know, like would I have been encouraged to pursue life in a different way? Been more gung ho, not so happy to just be content being a housewife and supporting him and his dreams. I wonder, I just wonder sometimes what would life have been like for me if wig wearing was as mainstream back then as it is now. And I said I wasn't gonna shame the person that did that, because we why is it that when you like in grammar school or high school, and you talk about the people you were friends with and you always refer to them by first and last name. It's never just by first name. Like, oh, you remember Sonya? No, you gotta say, oh, I remember. You remember Sonya Love? Or that's not her though. No, that wasn't her. She wasn't the one that Sonya Love. Oh, she was one of my closest friends. We went to the babysitter together. That's how far back we go. We go back to kindergarten. She knew me when I had hair. She knew me when I didn't have hair. And she stayed my friend throughout it all. And here we are. I'm 52. Almost 50 years later. I'm going to say some 45 years later. And we're still very, very good friends. But, I'm not going to shame the young lady that did that to me. She know who she is. She know who she is. That's something that she's going to have to live with. Something she's going to have to answer to her maker for. It may feel like she got away with it, but I'm quite sure if God hasn't gotten her back by now for that and taught her lesson, I'm quite sure he will. Who knows? Maybe she gave birth to a ball baby. Who knows? God works in mysterious ways. Isn't she cute? Now, I'm going to show y'all what she looked like beforehand. See if I can show y'all the transitions I went through with that particular unit. Okay. So this is what she was looking like. This is another one that I have to do for her. But this is what she was looking like. See how crunchy and matted. Look at there. That's the neckline. So this is what it started out looking like. And then this is stage 2, where I actually straighten the hair. This is going to be the next one to be curled. But I didn't want it. I was trying to wait until I got 3 different wigs so you could see it at all 3 stages in one shot. But then, I straightened it out, as you can see. And then, so we went from this with the crunch and munch edges to this, to where I straightened it out. And then back to the cute little curly afro she likes. So yeah, she's been through some changes. She's ready to go. I can't wait to put it on my client and, tailor it to her face. A little trim here, a little snip, a little tuck there. But yeah, that's the process. And now you got to see what it looks like from start, midway, and once it's completed. She is rather cute though. Her afro's very natural looking. Very natural looking. And I've often wondered, like when I go home to visit, I'm like, what if I run into her? Because I run into everybody when I come back home to visit. I've never ran into her. But I've often asked myself, what would you do? Would you be cool or would you come out of bag? And I've often had sympathy for her, over time. Because what type of person does something evil like that? She didn't even know me. She was in the grade above me. She didn't even know me. I don't know why she felt to victimize me. I don't know. But what I do know is it didn't kill me. What I do know is it just gave me a reason to keep on pushing, because through my struggles, I'm going to be able to reach back and help somebody else be stronger with their struggles. So this is why Wigs Remastered is such an important aspect for me. Because it's a passion of the heart, I wish I was one of those women at times that just wore it for cosmetic purposes. I wish I could be as strong as those women who embrace their baldness and they just put on their big earrings and go, shine the head up and keep on going. But that's not me. So what I can do is the people that are like me that aren't ready to walk in those type of lights, that still want to just stay off the wig radar. They want things to look natural as possible. They want to be able to take care of what they invest their money in, how to wear it, how to care for it, what their options are. That's what I'm here for. Because for me, my wig knowledge went no further than the party wigs that my grandma, my mommy, and my aunties used to wear, So I didn't know. And my Nana, God bless her soul, my granddaddy's sister Elizabeth, we called her Nana. She bought me my first straight wig because all my wigs was like Afro-like. And to me, that wasn't cute at all. Because being nappy in the early 80s, no. Everybody wanted a perm. Everybody wanted to be slick. Everybody wanted to look cute. But it was more important to me not to look bald than anything. So my mom, she loved me so much. She would get her old wigs and she would cut out little hair pieces, and she would pin them in to cover my spot, and she would fluff my hair up around it. She was way above her time, way before her time, with that. But she did what she could, and I appreciate her so much for that, because I know how it made me feel to just fit in, and to just be normal. So I want to be able to help other people experience that normalcy, just fitting in. People talking to me and not talking to my head, and wondering why I got this wig on and all that other stuff. But my nana, she bought me. She said, "I got something for you, girl." And she pulled that hair out. Now I've always worn a black wig, but this wig was like a number 4. It was brown. I didn't care. I ran in the bathroom and put it on and started playing with it, and the hair was straight and it had curls and my fingers was running through it, and I was like, thank you. I felt normal. I felt like I could put on my headband and look like any other little girl. I never asked her what made her decide to gift that to me. Because my nana wore wigs, but child cheese. Whew, this was definitely not one of hers. Because her wigs, they was that old salt and pepper gray, looked like a wool hat wig. I don't know where she got this wig from, but I was so grateful to her for it. And I couldn't wait to wear it. I felt like I blended in so much better. People weren't as obvious. Now, of course, people picked on me in school, and they said names and little smart remarks and stuff like that. But it's okay, because I noticed that either my wig styling was getting good or my mom's wig styling was getting good. I don't know, but one of us was getting really good, because the only people who noticed or said anything about it was those who went to school with me when it got snatched off. I don't even know how the secret got out. She wasn't even in my grade, but when I started making friends and associates in other towns that I didn't go to school with, that's when my confidence really started growing, because either they didn't know or they didn't care, especially the little boys. Either they didn't know or they didn't care, but it gave me such a sense of normalcy. And I can't express how important that is, because puberty is already hard enough for children, but to go bald too. So I'm dealing with learning my cycle, all these emotional feelings I got because my hormones is all over the place, and I'm bald headed. I thank God for keeping me as strong as He was, because a lot of people would have just ended it all. But that's something I've never desired to do. I wanted to retaliate. It made me feel weak because I couldn't retaliate. But now I'm empowered enough to retaliate. But I'm more grateful that wig wearing has become a norm than anything. It's like I'm so grateful that wig wearing has become a norm that I'm not even angry anymore about what happened to me. I'm not even angry anymore. I feel like, not to take anything away from civil rights, but I'm feeling real Rosa Parksy sitting over here. I was one of the originals that was out there being laughed and mocked and tormented, just for generations later, for my daughter and others to be able to wear what they want to wear and have that freedom, and have the options they have. Now, speaking of options, I'm going to end this on a funny note, with a funny story. A lot of people are buying their wigs offline nowadays. A lot of people are buying their wigs offline. The prices is looking really good. They be popping up on Facebook, on the sidebar, all over the place. You can't get away from wigs now. They're everywhere. And if you don't know wig language, you can make a terribly, terribly expensive and inconvenient mistake. And I want to start with lace wigs. Now, when you go online and you decide, I want a lace front wig, please, by all means, read the description of the product you're getting. Because in case a lot of you didn't know, this cap is considered a lace wig because it's made with the lace. You want HD lace. You want Swiss lace. You don't want just lace, okay? Because if you order just lace, you end up with one of these. And as you can see, there's no lace to be cut away. I can't tell you how many times I've known for women to see lace and think that's all they need to see is lace. But no, you need to click on description, do your homework, and see what kind of lace. Or you'll end up with I like to call this the clown cap. You'll end up with the clown cap. Not the lace, not the Swiss lace, not the HD lace, not the natural realistic looking lace with the natural realistic looking hairline. You have to click the description because you can't go by the picture, because 9 times out of 10, that picture and that wig they selling ain't got nothing to do with each other. Trust me, I got a drawer full of wigs that says so. Because I just saw lace and was like, ooh, that's good price for lace. Let me get that. And then it came and I'm ripping through the package thinking I'm about to be brand new, and clown cap. I got clown cap yet again. So make sure it says Swiss lace, HD lace, and not just lace. Okay? Because all wigs are made with the lace. Every last one of them. What you want is the right lace. That's gonna help ensure that you get the product you're looking for. And scroll through the thumbnails. Like when you open up a site and you see the wig, don't just go by the first picture you see. Scroll and see what come up, and they will eventually show you the actual wig. And you'll be in for a surprise, I'm telling you. And you'll look and be like, oh, that's what it looks like, fresh out the package. And then they'll turn it inside out so you can see your lace, and you'll be like, ooh, that's not what I wanted. So do your homework. Be a responsible consumer. That's why I need you all to subscribe, like, comment, and definitely share and encourage others to subscribe so that they can be informed and won't be out here wasting money and being taken advantage of and looking foolish. They might be feeling, oh, this first time I'm wearing a wig, and they might feel shame or shock. Send them on over here. Not only do we encourage and empower, but we educate and we uplift over here. We don't judge. Each one reach one, teach one. So with that being said, I'm going to give you one more look. What's going on with my lighting? Is that the spirit world telling me I did a good job? I think so. It just got dark again. All right, y'all. My ancestors is talking to me. But yep, here we go. One last look at Pretty Mama. She's come a long ways. She's going from this. Ooh, Jesus. Look at them crunchy edges, y'all. I need y'all to see that. Look at that. And most people would have took this wig and poof, threw it away. Don't do that. You better get them wigs to me, y'all, so I can fix them up for you. You can save some money. And then she went to this, which actually, I could bump this and she have like a little shake and go doobie, but I know that's not really her that's not her swag. That's not her flex. She likes very natural looking hair. And for a black woman, you can't get more natural than an afro. You feel what I'm saying? So I think she's gonna be very happy with this. If she watches this and she sees this, I hope she comments in the comments and let us know what she thinks about it and what all it's been through. And maybe she'll even share a picture with us. So remember, tips: be kind to others, compliment someone. Find one person, at least one person a day to compliment. I don't care if it's their smile, if it's their shoes, if it's their cologne, if it's their jacket, if it's just the confidence that you see them carrying. Find one person every day to compliment and spread that love. Like, comment, share, subscribe, so we can get the word out there about me and help my page blow up. And I hope you all have a very great week. It's never too late to ask questions. Just type them in the comment section. I'll be notified as soon as you do, and I can get back to you in real time with the response. If you are a stylist or a wig master or a barber, please subscribe. I would love to do some interviews with you and have you in the box, because I'm trying to bridge the gap between stylist and client, because we speak one language, they speak another language, and I like to look at myself as an interpreter in the beauty industry for the consumer. So make sure you subscribe, and hopefully you can get in the box and you can answer some questions. We can ask you some questions. You can share some stories. Let us know a little bit about you. And of course, I got stories for days, so I'll always have a story for you. But I want to thank you all for coming by. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. You have a beautiful week, and I hope to be seeing you all soon again in YouTube world, right here on Wigs Remastered. God bless you all. Thank you for coming.